Hello everyone, this is eMinecraft Miner here with a tutorial on Buildcraft. Um why am I saying so much? With Buildcraft and what is the best engine? I always wondered this myself. If you don't know, there are three types of engines. There's the redstone engine, Stirling engine, and combustion engine. For this tutorial type thing, redstone engine is automatically disqualified. Um, because it doesn't do anywhere close to the jobs of these. Um, oh, messed up that one. Of ah, it doesn't do anywhere near the jobs of these two. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set up two queries like so. Oh my god, that's perfect. Oh, that is perfect. Never done that before. Wasn't even counting. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have one of these and one of those. Which one is better? Let's find out. So these two both take lava, and they both take them very well. But does this one take lava, and does it not use as much, or does this one use more lava? And if so, does this use it faster, or does this one use it faster? There's so many questions that that don't need to be answered, but it's very nice to answer them. So I'm going to place one bucket of lava in each, and we're going to run these at the exact same time, and I'm going to see which one does the most, does it the fastest, and here's the middle right there. And I'm going to plump these down at the exact same time. We could do this, or I can go ahead and that's not what it's called. It's called what's it called? Frame. It's called a frame or something. I know it's in Buildcraft, so I'm just gonna look for it. No, maybe it's not in Build. It has to be Buildcraft. What? Okay, maybe it's not in Buildcraft. My bad. Okay, so I'm gonna get this frame thingy right now. That way I can build the frame without waiting. It's like it doesn't waste energy. Here it is right here. Frame. It's called a frame, but it's not in the inventory. So what I'm gonna do is, if you have one bucket of lava or something, it will build the frame on its own, which I don't need it to. I'm gonna build the frame myself. This way, 100%, maybe about 100% of the lava that is going to be used from both of these machines will be put toward mining. Um, and the only way for this to actually be completely accurate is if the two queries are set at the exact same distance from each other. Not distance from each other, distant, the size, really. They have to be the same size. I mean, that's kind of obvious. You don't want to have two different sizes, and you know. So I'm just really curious to find out, and this is what we will find out. We will find out in this episode which engine is obviously better. That is, I'm gonna say, a fact, because you could always, it's very arguable to say, well, I think this one's better. And yes, saying something is better is obviously an opinion, but I'm going to say these are facts because it's going to really help you save your time, and whoever says which one or whatever is better, and I say this one's better, from obviously this is proven that this one's better. I mean, you can't really argue with that if I actually prove to you that which one's better. I'm not sure which one's better, but let's just say the combustion engine's better, and you say, well, the Stirling engine's better to me. Well, if the combustion engine used one bucket of lava and it mined twice as much, because it goes on the wiki, it says it goes faster. So if it mines like twice as much, or even just like 5 blocks more, well, maybe the combustion engine would be better. Because you don't need water for these. As long as you don't let them explode, you don't really need water for them. But you just can't have them running forever. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll get into all that later when we start. So, these are all framed up and they're working. So, let's go ahead and start them. They both have one thing of lava. And now let's go. They both start at the exact same time. Here we go. So the combustion engine started first. And there's going to be dirt flying everywhere. And, wow, as you can actually see, why was the Stirling engine ahead? That's pretty weird. Look how it's ahead. Stirling engine is in the lead. And now the combustion engine in the lead. And now Stirling engine in the lead. Okay, that's pretty interesting. That's actually really interesting. From what I can see, it actually looks like... Wow. I would have never guessed that. Oh, here. Look how it's really apart now. Now the Stirling engine's behind? No, check it out. Look how it's ahead now. Okay, so this is what it's looking at. This is what I'm looking at. When the whole thing starts off, the combustion engine takes the lead. Then the Stirling engine takes the lead. Isn't that weird? So it appears to me that that's really interesting. If the wiki says that the combustion engine is faster, I'm not by how much, but it does say it's faster. Why does the Stirling engine catch up, gets ahead, but then falls behind, and then catches up, and then whatever? That's just weird. I don't know what to say about that. That's pretty interesting. I'm going to pause the... No, you know what? I'm not going to pause it. I'm going to let y'all watch, in case y'all want to watch. And I'm going to talk about these two machines and why, and which one's better from what kind of fuel it uses. So, let me start with the Stirling engine. Pros and cons about these two machines is that the pro to the Stirling engine is that it can use basically any type of fuel source that any kind of furnace could use. I believe this could use wood. It does. It uses any kind of fuel that a furnace uses, which is good because that's really cheap. Something the fuel that the combustion engine uses is lava, and that's the lowest is lava, and the highest is actual fuel or gasoline, which gets really expensive, but it actually lasts a very long time. Fuel, it also uses oil. So I guess you could, because this also uses lava, but this also uses lava. Oil is very hard to find in industrial craft, because I think it's on the industrial craft side. No, excuse me. It is on the buildcraft side. Oil is found on the buildcraft side. And in all my cases, it's very hard to find. Um, I don't always find oil, but when you're just walking around for a very long time, you'll see it. You'll see oil, and but you won't get very much of it. You probably get. I'm not really sure how much you get because there are a whole bunch of different sizes of oil fields or oil things. Um, so many different sizes that there's not really a set amount. Um, but there's quite a bit, I guess. You do get quite a bit, but it's very limited resource. Um, Lava, on the other hand, is very, very common. You can find lava everywhere. But Z, you tell me, lava's hard to find. You can find them. You can only find them in the depths of the earth, and it's hard to find. Yes, true. But did you ever think about the Nether? If you were to have another portal, you could have an unlimited source of lava. Literally unlimited. If you spawned in a lake, that is just more power to you because having a lava lake in the Nether would be so helpful to you in powering your engines. I do on my um on my world of industrial craft, buildcraft, and equivalent exchange. I do have a Nether portal and I do have an unlimited lava lake because from where I can see, it goes on like forever, and that's just the surface. And it's like three to like at least three levels deep too. So it's 3 buckets of lava at least for every 1 block of lava. So that's basically unlimited. Um, and these are still right there. Look how they're look how this almost takes a lead, then that takes a lead, and then I predict this is gonna take the lead now. Come on. I really want the Stirling Engine to win because it's not given enough credit in this world. So there goes, just took the lead. So that's for fuel. Pros about this is that fuel is very cheap. It's actually very cheap, matter of fact. And this fuel is very expensive. So that's one tally that the Stirling Engine gets. Let's just pretend we have a checklist here, okay? And you know when you have like medicine brands you see on the commercials and they'll say like this medicine treats cold, sneezy, drowsiness. You know how 2 different medicine brands. It'll say a medicine brand. It'll say competing brand, and have a checklist. And it'll say cold, cough, sneeze or something. And the advertised medicine will have all of them checked, and the one that says competing brand will only have like half of them checked. This is what we're gonna do here for this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. We're just gonna do a checklist on these two and see which one's better. So first check mark for the Stirling Engine is given to the Stirling Engine. And the fuel wins in this case because you get lava, and you get lava on this one, and lava is the highest and the cheapest kind of fuel to get because coal does take a long time. Even if you had a quarry, it would still take a long time because it just burns through coal. Even if you use charcoal, you still have to chop down all the trees and cook them in a furnace, which not only uses energy to cook them, but you could use the electric one. That would cost you kind of a lot of money to get them because it's an electric furnace, so that kind of costs a lot of money right there. So it's not practical to use anything lower than lava on anything. So it's always lava, and they both use lava. So that's just a win for both of them. Now, so this is what the Stirling Engine uses. Now, this will continue if they both use the same amount. of lava, which it looks like they will. They will use, and let me check the wiki really quick here. Okay guys, I'm back. I checked the wiki, and they said that the two lavas on both Stirling and Combustion use the exact same amount. They both last about 20 minutes. So they both last 20 minutes, and they both mine the exact same amount. So I already know that these are going to stop on the same block. That's already true. And it looks like they're maintaining both the same speed. But this is advertised to be a lot faster than this one. But this takes the lead in front of this one, but then this one takes the lead, then this one takes the lead. So if you average those out, you would get the exact same speed. So I'm going to say these two both have the same speed. Now, on that checklist, they both have a check for the speed. So right now this has 2 checks, this has 1. This has 1. So this is so far the better engine. Did I type that right? I don't think I did. I did. No, I don't think I did. So they both have the same speed on average, and they would both, even if they had to assemble these frames, they would still mine the same amount. I'm just saying, they'd still do it. So don't worry about that. So not only do they mine the same speed, but they also mine the same fuel at the exact same time. So this is so cheap to make. Stone gears, cobblestone at the top. This is so much cheaper than this, that this should get another check mark just for being so much cheaper at this exact same statistics. This actually compares to the combustion engine, which you would have thought never would have happened. So here's where it all comes down, and this is the better engine. The Stirling engine is the better engine, and I'm going to tell you why. Not only do they mine the same speed statistically, but not visually, because they don't. This does go faster, but then this one catches up. So if you look at the numbers, they both go the exact same speed, correct? Yes. Not only go the same speed, but did you ever think that the combustion engine can explode? I bet you didn't think about that. Let's check the temperatures here. This has no temperature because it goes to 5 and it goes back to 0. This, on the other hand, has a climbing temperature, and it needs water. It needs water, or else it's going to explode. This is another category where the Stirling engine comes in. It doesn't explode. As long as you have it to the quarry or conductive pipes, they don't explode. You can make as many of these as you want, and no matter what kind of fuel source you have, they don't ever explode. Now you tell me, well, these you have to place lava buckets in when they run out every single time. Not correct. In fact, you can make this pump, how should I say this, just like a tank would pump lava into here and water. It would, quote, never end until the lava emptied. Same thing with this. I have a design that puts lava into a Stirling engine, and it will never ever stop until the lava is done, just like the combustion engine. So you can't say that combustion engines have tanks and it will run through the whole thing without you having to replace it. Well, that's not true, because you can do the exact same for the Stirling engine and it would never blow up. You couldn't leave this engine on and go eat dinner with the family and expect to come back maybe 2 hours later and the quarry's still running, because it's not a guarantee. The water could have run out and it could blow up. But with the Stirling engine, I could assure you, you could go out of town for the week and come back with an intact quarry but your lava would be all gone, depending on how much you put in. If you had literally like 5 chests worth of buckets of lava, maybe you'd come back with like 1 left or something. But I could guarantee you, as long as this is connected to this, they don't blow up. I've, but I've tested if they blow up like this. I think they call it daisy something, daisy chain. I don't know what the Buildcraft people of Minecraft call that. They call it like daisy flower chain because it looks like a flower chain. I don't know what it's called. We're just stacking engines one after another. They don't blow up. I've heard people say they blow up. I've tested it and they don't blow up. And I would be sure that I post a video of that. Testing that just to prove to you that if you put it on all 5 sides, because you couldn't put it on this side, putting it on all 5 sides, they would never explode. Same thing if you had it with, facing upright like this, and if you had your conductive pipes to one quarry, they wouldn't blow up either. So that's where this wins too. Never blows up. This blows up. So in this video, I just proved to you that the Stirling engine is the engine to build. I would say never build the combustion engine. It's just too much liability, too much danger that is involved with it, and it's just not worth it to me. I do have one in my real world, and I do have one of these in my other world, and they both mine my quarries at the exact same speed. They both use lava, and I leave them both on for maybe a couple hours. Come home from school, leave them on later, just all day, or not just the rest of the day, and I'll come back and I'll check on them, make sure water doesn't go out of this one. But that's where I don't like it. When I come back to check on it, I check on this guy right here, and they're both done now. And look, they both ended the exact same spot with that one in the corner, mine the exact same. So that's where they stopped there. So that's where it's the pain. The only engine I check is the combustion engine. I don't have to check my Stirling engine because I know it's not going to blow up. Though it does take, let me think, it takes 2 redstone engines, and a lot more, and transport pipes to transport the lava buckets in here. This just takes waterproof pipes in a tank and 2 redstone engines. So these 2 engines to make them quote everlasting, both use 2 redstone engines to make them everlasting, and they both use pipes. Though this one takes more transport pipes, this one takes less waterproof pipes. Some people have worlds where there are no deserts. They don't have access to cactus or cacti, so you can't make waterproof pipes. That is where this comes in handy again. They both have the exact same stats, the exact same time. They both can put unlimited sources of lava in them forever and ever until you just run out. In both cases, so they both do that exact same thing, and you don't need waterproof pipes for this. You don't even need water either. So you don't need to have a water source with a pump pumping water where you constantly pouring water buckets. Let me just put you this way. Combustion engines, a lot more maintenance. There are a lot more maintenance for no better results at all. This has the exact same result as this. A lot less maintenance, a lot cheaper to make, and just a lot better. So if you're going to argue and say, well, combustion's still better, I'm going to have to disagree with you, because it's not. They're just not better. I just proved to you that these engines are not better. I mean, the combustion engine is not better than the Stirling engine. The Stirling engine is obviously better. You know, if you want to keep using the combustion engine because you think it's the best, then keep using it. Keep using the combustion engine because you like them. But they use iron and they use a lot of expensive stuff. Though if you do have quarries, iron isn't really a big expense to me anyway. I do have quarries that are humongous. They would probably go this big square right here, just covered this whole area. So I get a lot of iron. So it's not that it's iron that is a scarcity to this situation. It's just plain and simple, and just the fact that it does use iron, and this uses cobblestone for the same results, and even better results, because the fuel it uses is the same. You still have the unlimited source of input of fuel, just like a tank and waterproof pipes with a combustion engine. So I know I'm just keep repeating myself, but I really want y'all to understand that this is the choice right here is the Stirling engine, and I'm going to be making a video on how to make the unlimited input, not unlimited source of fuel, but unlimited input of fuel, just like the combustion engine, but for the Stirling engine, in my next episode. So I thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or concerns or whatever, or any questions about these two engines, feel free to let me know. I'll leave the wiki in the description. That way you can just look at the engines yourselves and do whatever you gotta do. But I do have to say I left out one thing, that the pro in this is that it does use better fuel, like fuel and oil. I think I said that, but I'm not sure. If you do have a high level of gasoline, which is fuel, or oil, then maybe you'd want to consider using this, but since I wouldn't do that, I would recommend using lava from the nether. Use the Stirling engine, guys. I'm going to say it one more time. Use the Stirling engines. It's a lot safer. So thanks guys for watching. Subscribe, because I am going to be making videos just like this, where I'm going to be testing out the Buildcraft and Industrial Craft sides of everything. So you don't want to miss those. I am going to be posting... why is my caps lock on? I'm going to be posting a video on coal versus lava. Which one's better to use for the Stirling engine? Or charcoal or slash coal, or lava? Which one's better to use for the Stirling engine? So you gotta stay tuned for that. That's gonna be an excellent video to watch, and I wouldn't want to miss it. So subscribe for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. See you, Minecraft Miner out.